down? Feeling run down? Don't have the energy you used to? You want to put the zest back into your step? Then you need Super Mario Lizard Vitality. It's got everything you need to get your groove back. 100% guaranteed effective. Just look at what's done for me. And enter the code Universalist at checkout to get a free subspace shipping on your order. So don't delay. Get your 30-day supply for only $29.99 Quatlus. Don't be a tool of the Galactic World Order. Get yours now. Ah!
Captain's log, stardate 33-647.47. We've been orbiting a Class M gravitational anomaly for days. The Enterprise is crippled. We cannot go to warp because the parking brake is on. The straits have never been more dire. Pike exits the turbolift and sits down on the bridge. We will not fire our phasers because this is Starfleet. We do not leave people or aliens behind us, especially mushrooms. The crew falls in love with Pike. Pike does not notice that the crew has fallen in love with him. Here at Starfleet, we believe in compassion, service, sacrifice. Maybe God and science too. I believe in love. I am in love with a horse. Number 1 kicks his butt. Pike is confused and ethical. Back at the Academy, I Bixar Darks Zimdlif Dudgubuk Piffle Bleak. The Universal Translator has malfunctioned.
Zirkvin Dobeep Jeglurg Zoop.
Brugdoffel kämpft Gleben Jirpop. The turbolift enters and the chief medical officer enters. Where is the captain of the space vehicle Enterprise? Pike is suddenly kidnapped by aliens.
It's the Muppet Show with a very special guest star, Mr. Jack Black, Lizzo, Tim Meadows, Jen Cobb. Really? Who the f*** is Jen Kober? Okay. Christopher Lloyd and Emmy Sedaris. Yay! And don't miss a special appearance next week by Jay and Silent Bob. Because why the f*** not at this point?
How is my mom's disappearance related to your grandma?
Your mom's left because she hated your fat dumbass, bitch. These dumbass writers gotta make everybody connected to everybody else. Don't know nothing about characterization, know-how. That's right.
Your mom's a high school principal married to a guidance counselor.
At least my parents are still married, bitch. Your pops is married to some dumbass waitress almost as dumb as you.
Ah! What the hell? Wait, I found a bag of salad.
What the fuck you doing?
Ah!
Good, something funny actually happened in this goddamn episode. About time, bitch.
We could take Daphne's mom's cop car to Spooner's to get food there. Unfortunately, I don't drive.
Your fat dumbass just wants an excuse to eat out the damn garbage again. You sick girl, you need some help. It ain't the kind of help that Black Shaggy can give you. That's right.
Oh, yuck.
Hey, we all know your fat dumbass eat out the garbage. I'm just the one saying it.
Me?
That's right.
Please evaluate the show on its merits.
You are a meathead.
Please give it a chance. And so...
A meathead, dead from the neck up. Meathead.
Norval? What are you doing here?
Black Shaggy need a minute to prepare for this. I got to know what I'm getting into. So do you like the back door or not? Black Shaggy don't want to read this in the newspaper, you dig? Inquiring minds want to know.
We have a student newspaper?
Bitch is dumb.
Hey! Who just threw a rock through my window?
Geo from the Crystal Mines. You should know that because your dumb bitch ass was born there.
The Crystal Mines? That old tourist attraction that's now a seagull toilet full of condoms?
Bitch is crass. That's right. Now, for the first time, you can own your very own Rings of Power. From the Celeborn Smiths, we'll be sending you one per season. Molded to appear forged in the fires of Mount Doom. Made from the finest cubic zirconium, plastic, and metal that isn't measurably radioactive and won't turn your fingers green. Probably. Much. These can now be yours for 5 easy payments of $39.99.99 Elvish runes. Act now, supplies are limited, because once the Dark Lord Sauron takes over, they'll all be gone, and you'll be his slaves. And just remember,
there's a tempest in me,
whose fault this actually is.
and it will not be quelled.
Let's assume they're high.
Oh, you gonna have some snarky comment, aren't you?
Yeah, it's code for adults who still watch cartoons.
Black Shaggy gonna kill your bitch ass. What happens when you combine a race-swapped Buffy the Vampire Slayer with low-rent lesbian Twilight fanfiction? You get a Netflix series that's canceled after 1 season. First Kill. Meet Juliet, a high school-aged vampire who for some reason can still see herself in mirrors, walk around in daylight, and is still in high school, who falls in love with a slayer named Calliope.
You're Calliope? Oh, Cal's good.
Sure, why not? They then share a forbidden romance, just like those two. Well, maybe those two. Watch them take on other vampires, werewolves that look like bad CGI from 1995, and make out in the unsexiest way possible. You know, all you're doing is combining The Hunger, Twilight, and Buffy, and it's been done better. I mean, sheesh, you people. If you can't make lesbian vampires work on Netflix, then seriously, something is wrong here. Starring, whoever these people are. I really don't care anymore. But the mom was on Lost, and a bunch of stuff you'll probably recognize. Don't miss When Animals Attack on Netflix. Now all we do is sit back and wait for the Axel Braun version, which will be 10 times better, believe me.
Coming up on the CW, it's prom night, and love is in the air.
Until it's time to throw down.
Sam and Miguel share a tender moment.
But look who's crashing the party.
Watch as young couples share a romantic dance.
And fight. And dance fight.
Be sure to watch an extra special episode
of Kung Fu High Prom Night.
Hey, everybody. How you doing, everybody? How's the morning? How's the morning? How's the morning? We got my dream. We got about it. We got certain. We got Fred on. How's the morning? How's the morning? Still coming up. Got Howard and Rob now. We got Steve something. How's the morning? How you doing, everybody? How you doing out there? Everybody in Radio Land. Everybody in Radio. Hi, this is enough of that music. How's everybody doing out there? Happy N.A.P.S. Sorry we're late. We got time difficulties. We it wouldn't create the stream for me, StreamYard. But we got that solved, and we're ready to roll, ready to rip. Oh, pardon me. Oh, let's use in the chat. We got Chef Andrew Helm in the chat. We got Anthony Way in the chat. We got Holocron Records in the chat. Sandra Hemslag in the chat. Lucy Meow in the chat. Donnie Pearson in the chat. Anthony Way again in the chat. I don't have the biggest audience, but I have the best looking audience. And I really mean that. All you beautiful people, all you could be spending your Sunday doing something else, but you choose to spend it with me. And I, from the bottom of my heart, and the bottom of my stomach, and the bottom of my colon, thank you. I really mean that. So let's check in with, where the heck is the cat cam? Let's check in with the cat cam before we start. The cat cam is, there's a cat. Okay, well, too late. Well, there's a cat. Oh, there's a cat over there. Until the cat comes back over here. Hey, we got Sean Roberts in the chat. Houston, Marvel has a problem. That's right. We're going to get to that in a second. Yeah, I'm going to go see the 40th anniversary re-release of Return of the Jedi last night. Check out Mega Random did a stream on it this morning. I joined her on the stream this morning. And check that out. And we will, it's a highly enjoyable stream. Yeah, check that out.
I am doing pretty well. Don't worry about that. I always keep them up. Yeah, what are you doing? Just get out of there. Get up. She's in the salad water.
Get her, let her drink some.
Hold on.
Pour the water for her.
Come here.
I'll do it back to stream.
Oh, she's
I'll do it.
she's doing it. Cat's drinking out of a dirty bowl. Hey, Anubis T100 800's in chat. Everybody, listen. We premiered this on Macarena stream before. I have a new short that we worked on. It's a PSA, like a patriotic PSA, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. It's parodying a couple of different things. But so I want you to take a look at it, see what you think of it.
Are you a man who's worried about protecting women's spaces? Well, before you worry about protecting women in their locker rooms, we have to protect our own spaces first. No, not by some weirdo looking at the family jewels. We're men. There's only one way to prove you're a real man, and that's by taking a shot in the junk. Yes! If you keel over in pain, and provided you don't need a trip to the hospital, then you can crawl into your own restroom woman-free. So do the manly thing by keeping those nagging harpies out of our bathrooms today, and prove your worth by putting your testicles on the line.
Come on, free shot, man. Come on.
Take a shot in the balls. Your freedom is counting on it.
That's actually pretty funny. Yes, Sean Russell, it was the special edition. They've kind of made it clear those are the only editions they're going to be releasing. Hope everybody liked that. That's my PSA, doing my part. All right, let's start with the whole idea. We're going to start with Marvel knows it's got a problem. And you know the old saying, if you admit you have a problem, you're not too far gone. They know that the movies aren't good. Reportedly hiring expensive writers after Nightmare MCU Phase 4 and Phase 5 box office returns. When Marvel announced its projects for Phase 5 and Phase 6 at D23 Expo, MCU fans had high hopes for the upcoming. While some viewers were happy with the direction that superhero franchise has diverted to, similar to a majority of the projects in Phase 4, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania has failed to wow its fans with the story they developed. The threequel of Ant-Man, the threequel of the Ant-Man was out of the three films. This is awkwardly worded. And one of the worst films ever to be created by Marvel Studios. And it looks like Kevin Feige has had enough of the subpar projects because industry insider Jeff Snyder, he's back. Jeff Snyder, I'll tell you a little bit about him, recently gave a scoop on his podcast, The Hot Mic. Marvel Studios reportedly is taking steps for redemption. Prior to the release of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, the film had high expectations. And Kevin Feige hoped that the film written by Jeff Loveness would do well at the box office. However, the film was bombarded with reviews by critics, fans, becoming another failed project, which marked the beginning of Phase 5. Recently, during the Hot Mic podcast, Jeff Snyder talked about how Marvel is not doing well and their scripts failed to hook the audience's attention. However, one cannot fail to notice that over the past few months, the president of Marvel Studios is hiring experienced and better writers for the scripts for the upcoming projects before the audiences turn on them. Marvel's got a secret. Well, we got to read this like Jeff Snyder. Marvel's got a secret. That is hiding in plain sight. I'll tell you the secret. It's a secret that their movies are not good. They know that their movies are not that good, okay? They know that the scripts, particularly have been pretty bad.
That's why if you have been paying attention in the last few weeks or months, you'll notice that Marvel has been spending a lot more money on writers.
That's not what Jeff Snyder really sounds like, but he is a whiny little turd. The industry insider, he's an insider, yeah. He's in. I'll go off on him later. The industry insider shared how Kevin Feige is going after some renowned scriptwriters for some of their highly anticipated projects, as they have hired names like Nick Pizzolatto, Josh Friedman, and Lee Sung Jin for their projects.
Just today, we saw the news that Nick Pizzolatto and the new writer on Blade, just like Josh Friedman and the expensive Sarah Chronicles writer, that he's a big name right there in this town. They got him for Fantastic Four. Lee Sung Jin, the Beef creator, they just hired. Pay attention, guys. They're not going for newbie writers anymore. Like, they're going out for some heavy hitter for writers. That's Marvel's secret, and no one has talked about it yet.
Snyder added that the Marvel bosses realize the shortcomings of their projects, and they're making sure to fill them before their ardent fans start to criticize them for their disappointing projects.
They're now paying writers because they realize that these fucking scripts got to get better because our audience is going to turn on us. Yeah, it can't go on forever.
Since the foundation of a good movie starts with a good script, Feige has noticed this, and he is making all the necessary steps to make sure the projects will be a smash hit, similar to their earlier phases, and fans will be eager to go see in theaters to watch movies. Kevin Feige is going all out in the upcoming MCU projects. Separate episode of the Hot Mic podcast, Snyder was discussing the upcoming Marvel projects. He said,
Feige doesn't want to hire more established talent behind the camera.
While Marvel boss does not want to oversee Sam Raimi's work in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Women, and wanted to follow the same with Fantastic Four. Despite no official announcements from the studio yet, it's expected that Jeff Loveness and Michael Waldron will be substituted with veteran writers, as they were responsible for some of the most disappointing MCU projects. So listen, I can't argue with this. But I can't argue with this thing, but here's the thing. Yeah, that's part of it. Listen, that's part of it. Marvel's become a victim of its own success. That's a good question. I don't think they've already given up. Who the heck wrote Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Let me look that up.
Wrote it?
Mm-hmm.
James Gunn probably.
Yeah, James Gunn probably wrote
James Gunn.
James Gunn. Yeah, James Gunn most likely wrote it. So listen, if James Gunn wrote it, then I wouldn't worry too much. Yeah, written by James Gunn. Yeah. So listen, Guardians of the Galaxy is going to, if that doesn't get them back on track, then I don't know what will. But Guardians of the Galaxy is probably the heaviest hitter they got right now. And they need to get that right. Yeah, they really need to get Guardians of the Galaxy right. So, I mean, the James Gunn, I would trust James Gunn to know what he's doing, because he's done it twice before. He's delivered you 2 tit movies. Yeah, tit movies.
They got rid of Nebula's tits.
Yeah, no, Zack. No, he's not related to Zack Snyder. Oh, let me go off on this Jeff Snyder guy.
Go off on Zack Snyder, because he said he wanted Wonder Woman to. Zeus would be
Kryptonian. Yeah, I'll get to that. But this guy Jeff Snyder he's a douche. So Zack Snyder, in my opinion, Jeff Snyder is a douche, because he does this thing. I don't know if you remember this, but when Sony was going to make the Spider-Man movie, what he does is he goes and he deliberately runs with inflammatory news just for headlines. And he's been fired from just about every website ever. He was the guy that said before they started making Spider-Man, what was the first movie? Spider-Man Homecoming? Before they started making Spider-Man Homecoming, 95% chance that Peter Parker won't be white. And he did that just to drive people to his Twitter feed. He does these things to drive people to his Twitter feed so that you follow him. And after the news sort of subsides, you forget to unfollow him. He's like, look, I've got all these Twitter followings. I got all these Twitter followers. Hire me, please, before this other website fires me. And he's the guy, he's actually the first person ever to block me on Twitter. Because he ran with the quote unquote news that Michael B. Jordan, and he's got a thing for Michael B. Jordan. I don't know, maybe he's got a thing for black guys, even though he says he's got a girlfriend. This is my opinion. I guess I don't know, maybe he's got, but anyway, he said that Michael B. Jordan was starring in the Boba Fett movie. Michael B. Jordan is going to be the guy that stars in the Boba Fett movie. And that was a rumor that had ran about a year before, and he was reporting that again. I'm like, what's this, a slow news day? This has already been debunked. No, it hasn't been debunked. I wasn't reporting it as news. Adios. That was him. He's this whiny little bitch boy. And he deliberately ran these movies he deliberately runs these inflammatory race baiting headlines. And I don't have a problem saying that because that's what he does. And then he goes, oh, I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. I'm a Jew with a black girlfriend. How can I be racist if I'm a Jew with a black girlfriend? Ooh, I'm a Jew with a black girlfriend. Ooh. I'm like, just because you said that, what you're looking at me. You're looking at me all weird. Just because of those two other things doesn't mean you can't be something else. That doesn't preclude you, anybody. But yeah, apparently he's buddies though with Michael B. Jordan, and he gives him fail out. From this is what I've read. I don't remember the source, but he might be buddies with Michael B. Jordan, and so he was giving him a lot of positive press at one time, or he just really likes him as an actor or something. I don't know. I'm treading into that dangerous ground. Yeah, but anything Jeff Snyder says, I wouldn't take too seriously. There is probably a grain of truth to this, but anything that Jeff Snyder says, I wouldn't take too seriously because he'll probably be fired from somewhere else next week. And if you're out there, Jeff, listening, which you're probably not, but if you got a problem with what I'm saying, hey, come on and defend it. Come on. I have an open door policy. Anybody who wants to be on here, can just email me. Can just send me a Twitter message. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I always say, listen, if you want, nobody's going to hear you because I have such a small audience. Admittedly so. Good. I have the best looking audience. We are small, but we are mighty, and we are handsome. That's right. That's right. Snyder, is the company that makes jalapeno pretzels. I used to like Snyder's jalapeno pretzels. But yeah, he was the guy that said Peter Parker wasn't going to be white in those movies. I'm like, it looks pretty pasty to me. Hey, I got an 8. Hey, I got an 8 of a metric ton, Rob. I'm not small. Rob is the most flexible peoples I've never seen in debate. I don't know what that means, but okay, that sounds good. So anyway, so that's the news on that. Listen, I think it's too late for a lot of these Marvel projects, personally, because it's a lot of stuff to die has been cast. Unless you want to scrap the new Captain America movie. And Captain America movie is going to be terrible. The Captain America movie is going to be awful. I really do think it's going to be terrible. I mean, come on. Nobody wants to listen. As much as I like Anthony Mackie as the Falcon, that freaking comic was canceled for twice. Okay? That comic was canceled for a reason. Nobody bought it because it was terrible. So I don't see how you're going to turn this around. He's going to stop and he's going to lecture everybody. You got to do better. You got to do better. So I don't see, like I said, I don't see how everybody is gonna. I don't see. It'll do well enough, but I don't think. I don't think it's gonna do what it should be. They're gonna have at some point. They're gonna have to. Yeah, at some point they are going to have to reboot the whole universe. They are reboot the entire universe because they're running out of good characters. Shang-Chi. Are you gonna have? You're gonna have Night Watch. Well, Night Watch seems to be a pretty cool character. Well, what do you get? You're gonna have Squirrel Girl take on Madcap at some point. Are you gonna have what you Scourge? The Scourge. Okay. When all the villains are being killed. Oh yeah, they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep lecturing you. Cyber Soldier, how you doing? Senior Sticks, how you doing? So okay, let's go on with some other DC news. We're gonna go on with some DC news. Let me play a superhero SmackDown thing. Let's see if I can find it here. Zack Snyder. Will people ever learn not to trust this man with a movie series? Yeah, Squirrel movie was supposed to get a thing there. Yeah, a lot of people are jumping ship off of Marvel. Well, just in time for DC to come through, but not like this. Zack Snyder's DCEU plans included a wild twist on Wonder Woman's origins. The Amazonian Kryptonians would have had a lot more common with Zack Snyder's DC universe. See, that's his reaction when he found out people think his movies suck. Hey, play nice. Years after involvement with DC Extended Universe has come to a close, Zack Snyder continues to reveal more information hidden within the ever-expanding world that began with the release of Man of Steel back in 2013. During his Full Circle Justice League event this weekend, the filmmaker had shocking secrets to share. Hey, what's going on, you two? Leave her alone. You leave her alone. Sorry, the kitties are getting into a little bit of a tussle. Sabu and Dim Sum. Where am I? The filmmaker had shocking secrets, including the original plan to feature Zeus being a Kryptonian and Ares being responsible for the crash of the scout ship found on Earth during the events of the first movie in the franchise. The ramifications of this fact would mean that Wonder Woman Gal Gadot has Kryptonian blood running through her veins, partially giving an explanation for her unique powers. What? I'm not at Animal News yet. Okay. The story behind one of Wonder Woman images seen in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. When Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck, is investigating where Diana came from, he stumbles upon a very old photograph featuring Diana next to a community of heroes. and the context of the picture makes it clear it was taken over a century before the events of the movie took place. Snyder mentioned the idea behind the image, officially dubbed as Wonder Woman 1854, was the character looking for Ares all over the world, leading her to unexpected places. Since Ares is the god of war, it was explained in the first Wonder Woman movie that he can be found if he is followed by the trail he leaves behind in the form of major war conflicts between humans. Snyder continued to explain that one of the situations would lead Diana to find a great warrior during the 19th century. She would eventually ask this fighter, to join her in her quest. But of course, this story would never get resolved due to the fact that it was only planned out as background for a photograph featured in the plot that took place in a completely different era. And so are Snyder fans going to demand that now? Diana's mission to defeat Ares. As shown in the 2017 blockbuster directed by Patty Jenkins, Diana would not find Ares until the events of World War I. While passing off as a human played by David Thewlis, the god of war manipulated the conflict from the shadows, ensuring that many lives would be lost in this universe's version of the event. Luckily for Diana, she would meet a brave team of heroes, eager led. Well, this is terribly written. Holy cow. This has got proofread your shit, man. Heroes eagerly led by a pilot named Steve Trevor, Chris Pine, who would eventually help her in her quest to stop the powerful villain. Diana and Steve were a romantic connection until their love was cut short by Steve's sacrifice during the climax of the film. You can check out Zack Snyder discussing the scrap plans for the DC Extended Universe during the Full Circle review event below. So there you go. What's that? Okay. Okay. See that?
A couple years ago, you posted a picture of.
Well, I can't really hear this. I can barely hear this.
Possibly a Kryptonian, and that teacher. So that Wonder Woman's powers. Anyway, you can sort of see where that's going, because the whole thing of like whether or not.
All right, enough. I've had enough of you. All right, it was just one bad idea with another after another with that. It really was. Hey, we got the cats back on. We got one of the cats over here. Let's check back in with Cat Cam. There's one of them. Sitting on the thing there. So there's Cat Cam. Okay, so now I went to go see Return of the Jedi last night, the 40th anniversary screening. Let me tell you something. As much as I like Return of the Jedi, as much as I think that, hey, listen, I keep saying I will watch the original trilogy all day long. I don't think I can anymore, just for this reason. Now, people keep saying that ignore the new stuff, ignore the new stuff. The problem is you can't unsee it. And that's inherent. You can't unsee what you've seen. You cannot, you really can't, no, you can't unsee what you've seen. They invariably have made the original trilogy. Listen, there's this whole idea that they think they can fix everything retroactively. No, you can't fix anything retroactively. But all this stuff they've done has made the original trilogy worse because now there's gaps. There's gaps in the story because nothing lines up. Nothing lines up. There's the scene where Luke says to Leia, "Tell me about your mother." And she says, "Oh, I just remember images. She died when I was very young." But she was very beautiful, but very sad. But there's any memories of her mother, unless you're talking about her mother in Alderaan.
They asked her about her real mother.
Yeah, you asked her about a real mother. She shouldn't have any memories of her. Unless she said, "Oh, I had dreams about her." That's inherently the problem. Well, why did this happen? Well, wait, why? Like I said, the funeral pyre. They take Darth Vader's body, puts it on the pyre. Kylo Ben get the how do you get the helmet? We don't know. We don't know. All this stuff doesn't. How like why do we see how could pieces of the Death Star have fallen to the surface of Endor without burning up? I mean, how did really? It just creates a lot of gaps. It's created a lot of gaps in the story. And this idea, and they keep having to go back and they keep having to go and they try to fix it again and again, but they just make it worse. It's like Fred Flintstone and the pipe and the leaky pipe. I can fix that. Give me an ice pick. Fred, you better call a plumber. No. I can fix it. He sticks an ice pick in it. There's another leak. Then he puts a fork in it. Then he puts a knife. Then he puts a spatula. Then he puts he's got all these utensils sticking out of the leaky pipe. Fred, it's not going to hold. You better call a plumber. No. I know what I'm doing. That's what they say. No, we know what we're doing. We can fix this. They can't fix it. Rogue One, yeah, and then created so many more. Exactly. Exactly. I didn't need to see how the rebels got the plans. Apparently, somebody thought we did. And now, because of the debacle that was of Solo, a Star Wars story, with Poobot 3000, Lando's boinking the ship. I want you to have her. And that scene in Return of the Jedi, I want you to have her. We know how much she means to you. For those, listen, now you just can't get that out of your head. You cannot get that out of your head. Rogue One allows Andor to exist. Does it? Does it really? Rob, breaking up. No buffering of the stream, but audio stops. Let's see, hold on.
Do you have your Bluetooth on again?
I don't think I do. Let me check what the recording level is.
You're on the right mic?
Yeah, I'm on the right mic. Let me see. Let me check my settings. Hold on. Let me check my settings. Yeah, it's on the right mic. All right. I had to make an adjustment to the mic, speaking from the mic a little bit, because StreamYard keeps adjusting the mic. So let me check my Bluetooth settings. The Bluetooth settings are off. Let's see. I don't want to remove that. Gone again. How's this? So, Do you think it would never make a good Star Wars? I don't think they're capable. I don't think this crew. I don't think this crew is capable of making a good Star Wars movie. I really don't. This crew is not capable of it. Can you still buy the original versions of the 70s and 80s films without the tinkering?
You know where to look.
Yeah, you have to know where to look. The original theatrical versions were released.
You can legally download the despecialized editions if you own the regular versions, because it is a fan edit backup.
Yeah, but those they were released. They were released as a second in the, I want to say, the mid 2000s. I have them somewhere, still sealed. Everyone, just in case you haven't noticed, I am enjoying the Crunky Bits. Yes, the original, the one, the only Crunky Bits, except no substitute. London, Paris, Frankfurt, Munich. Everybody's talking about Crunky Bits. So at a Japanese store near you. So Crunky Bits, I'm willing to accept sponsorships. At least prequels are fun. Yeah. The prequels, they are good. Cranky Bits are damn good. That's why I'm having them. They also have a bar version called Crunky. I'm getting crunked. That's right. Doesn't Japanese text say not without any natural ingredients? Yes. It says yeah. So, well, here's the thing. But I know you bring up something very interesting, though. I said, and I keep saying this. I said it today. I said last night. Last night, I said it. I said this often. In the prequels, at least there were moments where you said, wow, that's cool. Right? Attack of the Clones even had some, but even though Attack of the Clones is pretty bad, it even still had some moments.
Like what?
Like watching Yoda fight. Yeah, Attack of the Clones had some moments.
I fell asleep at that one.
Revenge of the Sith had the most moments.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to see Yoda confront the Emperor. You got to have their confrontation. You got to see Order 66, how that went down. Even the Phantom Menace had its moments. When Qui-Gon puts the lightsaber through the door in the first 10 or 15 minutes.
And now it's just, oh, hey, Bo-Katan did that too.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't see a lightsaber being used as a cutting tool unless it was trying to cut off somebody's arms. When Qui-Gon puts the lightsaber through the door, and you hear the music climbing, and then the dual lightsabers with Darth Maul, I'm like, whoa, that's freaking cool. Really, I mean, what moment did the sequel trilogies give you? None. You know, and if this is it, let me see. Yeah, this is it. Hold on. I'm gonna I'm gonna have to mute this. Hold on. Because it's I can't play this because of the copyright on the music. Just I don't want to get in trouble for streaming something like that. But you can easily find this. But this is where should have been a moment in the new Star Wars. Something like this. Something like this. See, watch. Keep watching, keep watching, keep watching. If you've never seen this, this is about as badass as you can get. What is that? Supporting role, Ray. This is about ready? No, not this. Yeah, keep going. Now we can honestly say who the first Jedi was. It was Bruce Lee. Come on, where is it? I need to skip ahead a little bit. Ready? Here we go. Check that out. That is freaking badass. Oh, man. Where is this? Where is this moment in Star Wars now? Where is this freaking moment? This is something I want to see. I want to see this kind of moment in Star Wars. Something makes you go, whoa, that was freaking cool. Here it comes. Ready? How freaking cool would that be in a Star Wars movie? How freaking cool would this be? Honest, seriously. I know there are people like, oh, well, it doesn't make sense. Like, screw you. It's cool. It's just a cool freaking moment. See this stare down. Look at that. Look at how freaking cool that looks. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen right there. One of the coolest things. And he comes in. Oh, how would he not burn himself or chop his arms? He's Bruce Lee. That's how. Yeah. Here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah. Turns him off. Yeah. How freaking cool is that? Where's that moment? Where's that moment? Yeah, Bray is a Bruce Lee, but you know what? They could have had a character just as good as him. Lightsaber nunchucks would be problematic because it's not made by a POC, and Asians are honorary Aryans by the. Saber nunchucks be cool, but quite dumb. Bruce Lee in Star Wars. This is not the you will be falling for. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, and listen, they're an impractical weapon. It's I give you that. It's an impractical weapon, but come on. How cool would that be? That's cool. So, but I mean, I'm not specifically that. Not specific, but a moment like that'll stand out that you remember. You say, "Whoa, whoa! I've never seen that before." So, okay, let's continue on. All I'll say is, listen, they did show a trailer for The Little Mermaid last night, and in true Disney fashion, listen, it looks horrifying. It really does. This is going to be nightmare fuel for kids. Seriously. The talking, singing animal, you can't make one that's at least a little a little like exaggerated. And again, we can't play this, and so where's the freaking? I hate saying it, but yeah, it's 1753. There's no way hooking up with her. I don't care. Say what you want. And there's the Gannet. There's the freaking Gannet. All right, I'll remove it. Is that really him? Oh.
You can tell no ear titties.
Yeah.
No ear titties.
So yeah, so that's not going to be good. That crab is yes. I put a lot of thought in this. You put on your name as Flounder. Flounder. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about it. That's all I'm going to say about Anubis. All right. Okay, let's go on. Let's continue on. Soldiering on. Paramount has said that, and thanks to Techie Mandis for bringing this to my attention. Paramount was trying to convince us that this was going to be the first animated Transformers movie. Was nobody alive in 1986? Hey man, I was there. I saw that movie twice in the theaters. I have the 35th anniversary edition. Paramount, Hasbro, and E1 are teaming on the first ever animated Transformers movie, now titled Transformers 1. And of course, it's an origin story. You can't just tell a story. They covered this in the G1 series. Oh, how Optimus Prime and Megatron were best buds, and then they fell off. They fell apart. The Decepticons were military hardware, and the Autobots were consumer. That's how it started. But apparently, Paramount doesn't want to acknowledge that. Probably because it has to be more Michael Bay thing. They sort of corrected the headline here. Oh, Scarlett Johansson's coming in. Paramount sets its first animated Transformers movie. See, it's Paramount's first. The other one was, I think, the De Laurentiis group. Voice cast to include Chris Hemsworth, Brian Tyree, Henry, Scarlett Johansson, and more. They announced that at CinemaCon. Paramount Animation, Hasbro, and E1 are teaming up on the upcoming animated Transformers movie, now titled Transformers 1, directed by Josh Cooley with Steven Spielberg. The origin stories key voice cast includes Chris Hemsworth, Brian Tyree Henry, Scarlett Johansson, Keegan-Michael Key, John Hamm, and Lawrence Fishburne. Release is scheduled for July 19th, 2024. The film will tell how a young Optimus Prime, Hemsworth, and Megatron, Henry, went from being brothers in arms to sworn enemies. Johansson is voicing Elita. Key will be Bumblebee, Hamm will be Sentinel Prime, and Fishburne will portray Alpha Trion. Ramsey Knight, president of Paramount Animation, Nickelodeon Animation, made the announcement during Paramount's Slate presentation at CinemaCon. She said, "I'm so excited and proud to be working with Hasbro and E1 to bring the first animated Transformers movie to theaters for a never before told story. I'm honored to have such incredible talents come together to portray and much loved characters in an origin story at the heart of the franchise." Andrew Barr and Gabriel Ferrari wrote the script. Producers Lorenzo. Oh, yeah. He spoke at my niece's graduation. She graduated from Choate, and he was the keynote speaker. Tom DeSanto, Don Murphy, Michael Bay, Mark Vahradrian, Aaron Dem, along with Spielberg, is produced by Brian Goldner, Brian Oliver, Bradley J. Fisher, and Valerie Ann. During the animation, Seth Rogen also came on stage and debuted extended look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, first look at the mutant nemesis, including Rogan, Bebop, Hannibal Buress, Genghis Frog. Oh, for God's sake. Rose Byrne, Leatherhead, John Cena, Rocksteady, Jackie Chan, Splinter, Ice Cube, Superfly, Natasha Dimitri, Io Edirberry, April O'Neil, Giancarlo Esposito, Baxter Stockman, Post Malone, Ray Fillet, Paul Rudd, Mondo Gecko, and Maya Rudolph as Cynthia Outram. Paramount releases it on August 4th. Well, that tells you all you need to know. August 4th. They have no confidence in it. No confidence. No confidence. Robotimus Prime. The official Transformer film was the first I saw in the cinema. Apparently, I loved it. But my mom was bored shitless. Well, yeah, mom, you got to give it up to moms. Without human Transformers movies are animation movies. The first Transformers movie was Ron Friedman wrote it. He's told Hasbro, you can't kill Optimus Prime. He was given the order. Why is this not moving forward? Prime. And so that way we can introduce a whole new toy line and everyone will buy the toys. And he said, you can't kill Optimus Prime because I wrote these characters as a family. They're a family. If you kill Optimus Prime is the father figure, people are not going to like it. Oh, no. Kill Optimus Prime and we can introduce a whole new toy line. It didn't work out for them. And they had to bring him back. And a year later, they changed it in the G.I. Joe movie where Duke was supposed to be killed. And they changed it. He went to a coma. Oh, shit. We messed up. So hopefully they'll learn from that. See, that was the beginning of that killer. That t-shirt that everyone was wearing with Jesus on it that said kill your heroes or kill your idols. Yeah. That is everyone took that the wrong way. Hey, look, the shirt says kill your idols. No, you're not supposed to do. Look what happens. Look who gets killed. Martin Luther King, Kennedy, John Lennon. That's why you don't kill your idols. Jeez. Hopefully no more of this deconstruction crap, though. Do you think they'll ever make a good Ninja Turtle movie ever again? That's a good question. See, I'm of the mind I hope they will, but ultimately probably not. Because everybody wants to put their own. Oh no! I'm gonna tell Turtle. This is the way I want to tell it. Well, screw you. Actually, that very first Turtle movie was pretty good. Back in 1990, that was pretty good. But you get Seth Rogen like, oh, I'm gonna tell my Turtle movie. I'm gonna change it to so I can get a piece of this action. What? Yes, he is. Okay, so let's continue on. We're approaching 59 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to start to get things in line here. Let's get some animal news. Animal news. It's got to be, thing is, the rule for animal news is it can't be sad. It cannot be sad. Has to be happy animal news. So, okay, we're going to take a look here. This animal news. StreamYard. We're going to see the lion. This lion is drinking. He gets a nice little surprise there. This lion gets a nice little surprise. Here we go. Now, here comes a turtle. Here comes a turtle. He's saying, "What are you doing here, Mr. Turtle? What are you doing? I'm just trying to get a drink of water." Yum, 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 yum. I'm trying to get a drink of water. And the turtle's like, "Get out of here. What are you doing?" Yeah, I've had enough. So there we go. There's turtle. Who's big kitty? Who's that big kitty? Who's that big kitty? And he's trying to get a drink of water. And the turtle saying, "Oh, wait, let's be friends. Let's be friends." Nope, don't want to be a friend. See you later. There you go. So there's your little bit of animal. There's your animal thing here. So let's see if we can find any more animal news. 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 We got a little more about animal news. Animal news. Animal news. Well, check it. We're gonna check back in on cat cam. We're gonna check cam. So hold on. There's cat cam down there. She's sleeping. She's sleepies. Oh, look, so cute. Oh, so cute. Got a little footy hanging off of there. Got your footy hanging off of there. Oh, here comes Naranja. Here comes Naranja. Naranja's slinking around. Hey, what are you doing, Naranja? I'm just going to walk over here. Okay, so there's the kitties are doing well. Kitties are doing well. Yes, they're happy kitties. They got a lot of cat stuff. So, all right, let's see if we can find a little bit more animal news. Okay, all right, we got some sad animal news. Yaya, the Chinese panda, who just likes to kick back and eat bamboo. Yaya is going home after 20 years. China welcomes home Yaya, the not-so-fluffy panda, amid acrimony and accusations. She'd definitely be better off in China, English student Mai said. Okay, that's not so good then. All right, well, anyway. Yep, that's right. All right, since the animal news really isn't all that happy, we've seen our little turtle friend harass a lion. Let's go on. Let's wrap it up here. We got news for the future. We have a special news service that sends us headlines from the future. First up, headline. Dateline Hollywood. Kathleen Kennedy fired from Lucasfilm. We really mean it this time. Lucasfilm executive producer Kathleen Kennedy is once again after Indiana Jones 8 starring the late Harrison Ford tanks at the box office. Coming up again in future headlines. Flash CGI recasts Flash CGI recasts Ezra Miller being the only black actor anyone can name. Idris Elba is the new face of the Flash and will star in everything as everyone. And finally, in future headlines. Mila Kunis to play Dr. Doom in Fantastic Four. Proving you never have enough gender swapping, Mila Kunis has been cast as Dr. Doom in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. The rumor of her being cast as the Thing was so that you wouldn't scream when this was announced. So there's your future headlines. Lamb found with 1,000 pounds of British drugs. Oh, wait, hold on. Well, is the lamb okay? Lamb, 10,000 pounds of British. Oh, wow. Let's see what this is about. There he is. Lamb and 10,000 pounds of drugs found in car during police search. A lamb found the car. Oh, no, thank you. Police Scotland officers stopped the vehicle on northbound carriageway near Junction 3 in Glasgow on Saturday evening. Officers' value of £7,000 and cocaine worth £3,000. Force said police dog Billy was instrumental in finding the drugs in the car. The lamb has been taken in by local farmer, and inquiries are continuing to establish how it ended up in the car. A Police Scotland said officials in Glasgow have seized drugs with potential value of £10,000 from a vehicle on the M74 northbound. Around 1810 British Standard Time on Saturday, 22nd of April 23rd, 2023, officers stopped the car on the M74 northbound carriageway near Junction 3. 3 occupants of the vehicle were arrested, and a search of the car was carried out with assistance from the dog unit. PD Billy entered the car and indicated drugs were present. 2 men aged 52 and 53 and 1 woman aged 38 were arrested and charged with drug offenses. They have been reported to the procurator fiscal. So there's Billy the dog. And there's the lamb. When the lamb is being cared for at a local farm, and the bad guys are in the pokey, and all is right with the world. So there we go. Yeah, that dog's doing pretty well. Hey, all right. All right, everyone. We are coming up on 1 hour, 6 minutes. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. I think Chef Nation, Full Mike's Chicken, Kermit the Frog, Michael Keller, Anthony Way, Lucy Meow, Cesaro Japan, Full Mike's Chicken, Anubis T800, Andrew Helm, Santa Hammerslag, Michael Keller again, Constant Drowsiness, Cesaro Japan, Sean Rousel, Ricardo, War 444, Elizondo, Donnie Pearson, the other guy, Senior 6F, the other guy, that other guy there. Hey, listen, if you don't hear your name, don't feel bad. Listen, don't take offensive. Sometimes there's a lot of things to catch up on. All right, everybody. I want everybody to have yourself a good rest of your evening. Have a good Sunday. Have a good Monday. Have a good week. Have a good day. Have a good morning. Have a good night. Have a good whenever you are. Whatever you're having good. No drinking, no driving. We want to see you back here next week or during the week. And coming soon, I will be playing GTA 4. I will be playing Bully. Bully, I might have to play over on Twitch because YouTube kind of frowns on that. They kind of frown on that. So I might have to play that over on Twitch. I will be playing Mad Max. I will be playing a whole lot of games. A whole lot of games beginning. And everybody, if you have a suggestion for a game, please let me know. I'll be doing my best to accommodate everybody. Have a good day. No drinking, no driving. I want to see you back here next week. And as always, are you going to do a stream later? Mecca might be doing a stream later, so keep your eye out for that. Everybody, have a good rest of your day. And as always, we will catch you next time.